What's up, guys? Welcome back to the next video on learning C++. My name is QDS Danny and you guys watching my channel Coraiwood. Alright, so in the previous video we have introduced you guys to the vector, and we said that the vector is a part of a standard template library, and standard template library is not a core, it's not a part of core C++, but it's a part of greater C++. So it is a part of C++. Okay, so now we're gonna put our first videos about the vectors. So we're gonna, as I explained to you guys in the previous video, that if you guys want to create, we're going to create some sort of vector of the size 0. So we're going to put a vector, and if you guys don't see the, say for example I'm typing vector and the vector coming, if you guys don't see this one, then you guys need to go ahead and include vector here in your program. So if you guys don't see, your IDE is not giving you the suggestion, for example, and that's going to be the type int, and for example we put it, the name going to be the X. Alright, so the first one, as I explained to you guys, having a vector of the size of the data type integer, and we name it X, and now we're going to come here, and as I said to you guys here, the inbuilt function, we're going to use the size, and we're going to use all of them, the pushback, begin, end, insert, and erase in our vector. So I'm going to introduce you guys one by one. So the first things first is we're going to see the size. So how we're going to put the size? So if we're going to put for example we're going to put C out, the size of our vector is, so we're going to put the size of our vector, then we put a X dot size, and we put endl. How easy is this? So now here we just put an endl, and you guys look in here, we're gonna build the projects, all good, and we're gonna run, and you're gonna see this, as I said to you guys, is the size 0. So you can observe here is the size 0 because we put it here that you guys, if you guys wanna, it creates the size 0. It's a 0 length vector, default constructor of the empty vector. So this is the size 0. Alright, so now we're gonna use the pushback. So if you guys haven't seen the pushback, we're gonna use the pushback. So now we're gonna push the values to the end of the vector. So how we gonna push the values to the end of the vector, and then what happens that we're gonna, as you guys seen that this vector, the size is 0. Now we're gonna put some value of the same vector, as I explained to you guys how the vector grows, and all we're gonna do is just run a for loop for, and we put int I equals to 0. I is say less than, for example 15 or 20, I plus plus. Okay, and then X dot pushback, and what we're gonna push back here, we have I. So now we have L20 element inside, and we want to put the end of the array, and now we're gonna see again the size, and we're gonna copy this guy from here because it's the same array, and we're gonna put it there. So we're gonna put it here, and we're gonna make sure we remove this one because it's already 1, and we're gonna put some sort of line here. See out, and we're gonna put some sort of line, and we put endl. So now we're gonna see the size, and we're gonna move this one as well, so we know which one we are talking here, as because now here our array is gonna grow. Our vector is going to grow. So now here we have less than 20. It's keep in mind it's the same X as on top. it's not a some sort of invented value that I didn't tell you guys, is the one here. And we are looking at the size again because we checked the size and the size was 0. Now we're gonna check the size. What's the size? And if you're gonna run and you guys looking the size of the vector as the first one at the look at here, you guys looking here, the first one was the size was 0. Looking here, the size of our vector is 20. Just like I said to you guys, the guy comes in with a very long name and he puts his name, and our vector is gonna grow to the size of the 20. So now you guys looking here, how easy is this? Now we're gonna display the contents. So how we gonna see your numbers here? So I'm gonna copy all this because it's gonna be very similar, and I'm gonna paste it here. Now we're gonna see the display the element of your vector. So how you guys gonna see that display the element of your vectors? Now we're gonna do some changes here. Int I equal to 0 because we initialize it 0. I is less than x dot size. So instead of 20, because here you guys gonna do 20 because we already know the size is 20. Now we're gonna see the elements. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna do x dot, and we're gonna do the size here, x dot size. And here we don't need this because here we need this one, but here we don't need this. So because you guys looking for the element, because now the computer already remembers that our vector is the size 20. All we need to know is how many elements here, and we just want to display that one. So what we're going to do here is that I equal to 0, because if you initialize it 0, I is less than x dot size. Look at the size. Now we're telling the compiler to give us the size of this one, and here we're going to display it. So the element of our vector is x, and instead of size you guys need to put an element, as I said to you guys in the at the top. You guys looking here that we're gonna do this. So here we're gonna do this. So the first one is gonna be x int I is equal to 0. I is less than x dot size, and we already know the size is 20, and we increment the I, and here we're going to access the element of the I here. Now we're going to run. So that one's here, and if you guys gonna look here, that's our first two, and that's sitting on top of each other, but because every time it comes here, but we want it in one horizontal line. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna do some changes, and we're gonna bring this one down. We put a C out, and that's gonna be end of the line. Here we're gonna put it there, and here you guys need to put just a space here, some sort of space, and this one's gonna show it in one line. So as before, we're showing on top of each other, so we try to put it in one horizontal line. Okay, so that one looks no good. So how about if we kind of come here and remove this one, because we don't want this. So we're gonna, the element of our vector, we're gonna do it like this, and we're gonna build, and we're gonna run, and that's what the guys gonna see is comes in one line. While before that was looking a little bit everywhere, but now our code looks very good. So the first one you guys gonna see that our vector size is 0. The second one, the size of the vector now is going to be 20 because we have expanded, and now you're going to see the element, whatever the element of the vector. That's how you guys going to see. But if you guys want, you guys gonna put something on top, the element, and we're gonna put a C out. The element of our vector is, and you're gonna see the element of the vector. that's how you guys going to see the element of the vector. Keep in mind you guys need to put it on top of the for loop. If you put it here, then it's going to reiterate, it's going to put it inside the loop. So as you guys notice here that as we put it here, it is giving us a warning. So we're going to see what sort of warning is this. Okay, so here we are going to check again for the warning. Yes, it's giving us our program runs, but you guys look in here is yellow, but it's not a red. So we're going to check what sort of warning is this. So it says the algorithm warning comparison of integer expression of different signness int and std vector int size type aka what's the whole thing, long unsigned int. Okay, so we need to put this, what basically this message telling you guys to put an unsigned int on top. So we're gonna put an unsigned. As you guys notice here, we put I, int I. So we're gonna remove the I from here. We're gonna remove the int, and we're gonna remove this int as well. And we're gonna put unsigned int I. We're gonna put unsigned int I to get rid of this error. So I think now it's we are good to go, because we have put a sign as it requires us. You guys need to put a int I from there. So we're going to run to see if the error gone away. Beautiful. So our program runs and the error has gone away. You guys look in here, our error goes away and it says 0 warning and 0 error. It means we have because we have put aside int I as the program suggested, instead of putting int I every time here, we just put it once on top. Unsigned means you guys want plus only, you guys don't want negative. If you guys don't want, if you guys only want the plus, you guys need to put unsigned. But if you guys put a plus and minus, you guys need to put an int. Alright guys, that's it for this video. In the next video we're gonna go and we're gonna do another tree. We're gonna put all the inbuilt sizes inside all the member functions of the vector class. So because this STL is huge, so we can't just cover it in one video or two videos. We need a lot of videos for you guys to completely understand the idea of the vector and the idea of the container classes. So the first one, as you guys noticed here, we checked the size and the size was 0. The second one we added 20. The size is 20 because we have grown the size of the vector, as you guys gonna see here. And the third one, we have shown you guys the element of the vector. So we have shown you guys it's going to run from 0, because keep in mind the vectors and arrays are running from 0, not 20. So I explained to you guys again here. Keep in mind it's 20 element, but the first one is the index starts with 0. It's it's not a 19, because if you guys from counting from 1, it's going to be like then 20. But if you guys count from 0, because the computer starts from 0, with 0 also a number for a computer, and it goes all the way to 19, so it's 20 element. Okay, so that's it for this video guys. If you guys have any question or comment, leave in the comment box. Otherwise I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.